Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a full face of first impressions, mostly drugstore. I did get this Stila product. I've been planning on doing this and I had this look in mind and I totally forgot that that wasn't drugstore. But mostly everything is drugstore. Also, I'm really disappointed in myself. I got this and we'll talk about it more when we get there. It's probably what we're gonna start out with, but this is not the color scheme. I had this totally like army green look in mind and that is not what I got. I bought the wrong one. I looked at the sample and then bought the wrong palette. So this is gonna be interesting. I did not get a primer because I didn't want it to get too confusing with the eyeshadow. I wanted to see, is the eyeshadow good? So I am going to use the Fenty Beauty primer, which is my one that I use most of the time. So that way I can really talk about the quality of the first impressions that I'm doing. And so yeah. This is the Saharan Blush Volume 1 from Juvia's Place. I've never tried anything from them. I've heard a lot about them. I think back home, we have like a smaller Ulta and they don't have it in Ulta. So I think what I'm gonna do is, since it doesn't have the shades, I really don't want to dip into that palette that's not first impressions. So I got this Wet n Wild Contour palette. This is the Dulce de Leche Mega Glow Contouring Palette. I'm just gonna take a brush and get the lighter like banana powder shade and just dust that to set my eyeshadow primer. This is a step I always pretty much do. I'm gonna hop back with this and I'm just gonna take the contour shade in here and use that as eyeshadow for today. Because I really don't need a lot going on with the Stila Suede. Okay, this honestly, this is not what I got it for, but this is blending really nicely. Not like super pigmented, it's a bronzer, so but hey, just so you know, it feels really soft and not like chunky or anything, so that's good. Okay, so really sorry about all that. So this is the Stila Suede Shade Liquid Eyeshadow in the color Enchanted Earth. I have liked their glitters before, but the only thing for me is they dry out really fast, like if you don't use them up. But anyway, I'm just taking the applicator and putting this straight on my eyelid. I'm just gonna do one eye at a time because I don't wanna get rushed with it. Okay, that's a lot lighter green than I thought. I thought it was gonna be a darker green. Okay, and then I'm taking my finger, I'm just gonna pat that out and try and make it blend with my crease. I'm gonna take a little brush, or a big brush, whatever, and just try and well, that worked a little better. Okay guys, so I went off camera really quick and removed this eyeshadow because it was not looking good. Like I said, I've tried the glitter ones and you could definitely do your finger. It was like you could do like one color and done basically. I just do like a transition shade and then blend it out with my finger and it looked pretty good before. Now it's been a little while since I've used one, but. So this is like kind of hard to blend and also it's really tacky, like a primer. And that might be good for longevity, I don't know, but like when I blink, it's like my eyelid's sticking together. And then also the eyelid keeps getting patchy, like it looks solid right now and then when it dries, it's like you can kind of see through it. So that's not a great thing. You can see through here, like you can see through the color, which I've applied it like 3 times on the left side now. So that should not be happening, really. You can't get that like one and done look, which is what I was going for. This green is definitely a statement color, and I thought it would be great for a day when you don't want to put a lot of time in your makeup and you want to just have like a statement color. But honestly, no. It's like super hard to blend. It's not going well. Honestly, if this was a better formula, less like so tacky, and more blendable, I think that it would be really unique. The suede shadows, the color, I feel like kind of makes my eyes pop, and it's super unique, but I do not like it at all. That is my first impression. I may try it again, but honestly, this was $22 or something like that, and I kind of want to return it. And I'm not a person who returns makeup. Like, if I don't like it, I usually just keep it. But that was a waste of money for me, probably. Like, can you see the patchiness? Like, all I want to do is take it off. So, just so you know, what I want to do is take it off so bad. Okay, you know what? Remember the palette that I was gonna return? Let's look at it and see, because honestly, I need something else going on here. So I'm taking the shade Lila, which is right here. I'm taking on my finger and I'm just gonna put that on top of this green, because I do not like the green at all. Okay, wow. That's pigmented, you guys. Let's take our green brush, it's tacky as all get out, and kind of, yeah, do that. Honestly, it's just so tacky, it's hard to blend on top of it. I mean, it could look worse, but it's not looking great. Okay, so we're gonna try and be more positive now and move on. I have this e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. Oh gosh. It came out like, can you see that? Like straight oil. Okay. Oh, and the smell does not smell good. Okay, so I feel like this has been sitting or something and needs to be shaken up. So I'm taking that off. It came out like with a big white glump that was like jelly and a bunch of oil. So that was unpleasant. Let's try that again. I'm gonna do the back of my hand this time. Okay, now it's coming out just like white gel. So I'm pretty sure it had like set up. There's like oil all around my rings and stuff right now. Okay, it was really oily. So now it feels actually really nice. It does not smell good. It smells very much like a strong smelling product, but it feels really soft. So, all right, so I put that on. It's feeling really slick, but also really soft. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my foundation. This is the Revlon Photo Ready Candid. It says Natural Finish Anti-Pollution Foundation. This is in the shade 150 Creme Brulee. But anyway, I'm gonna take this sponge and try it out with that. I'm gonna switch brushes to this denser Morphe one, more dense Morphe one. So right now I feel like this is kind of like light to medium coverage. I'm gonna try and build it a little bit more just to test it out, but I actually like it. It doesn't come out runny, but it doesn't feel really heavy on my skin. I've been looking for a day-to-day foundation that's lighter and kind of hides some imperfections, but like isn't heavy to wear. It does feel really slick when I put it on. And I thought that was the foundation being kind of lightweight. Not that it's not, but I feel like it's also due to the primer being so slick and kind of having an oily-like texture. So, but anyway, I like how it looks, so we're just gonna move on. I have the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. Mine is in light 10, so I'm going to just do this under my eye. Feels lightweight, but it looks like it's gonna have coverage, so that's good. I'm gonna start out with my brush for this as well. I feel like if I did not use my brush on the foundation, that it would have taken me ages to get coverage. I feel like the brush worked a lot better with it. Okay, honestly, this has quite a bit of coverage. I feel like I got too much, kind of. Oh yeah, now I'm doing the sponge. Trying out the sponge. Okay guys, so the concealer is good. I mean, I can't tell you that it lasts all day or that it wears off pretty, but from doing this, it's good. The coverage is insane and it's easy to blend. This was $5. I know people say that ColourPop, there's like YouTube's calling like ColourPop and Morphe like affordable now and not like drugstore or whatever. I don't know, but I bought this at Ulta for $5. That's cheaper than like the Makeup Revolution ones and stuff. So in my opinion, drugstore. They might not sell it at the drugstore, but it's a drugstore grade product when it comes to price and where I found it. So I'm just gonna call that drugstore, okay? But yeah, that looks really good. Okay, so I'm really liking the face right now. It's looking good. So now I'm gonna go back into this thing that I used earlier on my eyes. The Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette in Dulce de Leche. I'm gonna take this same brush that I took on my eyes and the lighter kind of highlighting shade, and I'm going to set my under eyes. Honestly, I feel like I really like this powder. It's soft. It's not got a lot of pigmentation. That's okay because I don't really want a lot of pigmentation. I didn't buy a translucent setting powder for today's look. I'm only gonna use this because I really didn't want to buy another one because I have like 3 and my skin's really dry, and I have Maybelline Fit Me and it's really good. So I'm actually gonna take this like powder brush that's pinched in that same shade, and I'm going to set it on my mouth because usually my mouth gets extremely dry, but this foundation kind of feels a little like movable. I think it might be that primer, but it feels very comfortable right now, but I don't want it to slide off. So I'm just using a very light amount of powder through that area. Or I get all this other powder on my face, I do want to incorporate a setting spray. This is the Milani Make It Dewy setting spray. It says 16-hour wear. I am just gonna, oh, that came out like a stream at first. You probably want to, if you're doing it on your face, spray it first and check. But anyway, I'm just doing that. I'm dabbing a little bit off on a towel I have down here. And then I'm just gonna kind of make sure I'm hydrated, and also, wow, okay, you guys, the skin looks good. Like, this is a good combo right now, I'm telling you. Okay, going right back in with this contour palette thingy bobber. Gosh, I can't talk. I have this angled brush. It's not the best brush ever, I'm gonna be honest, but the other ones have some other colors on them, so I don't want to use them. I'm just dusting a little on the side and coming in with that. Yeah, this brush has like hairs coming out of it. It kind of sucks, so. But I use it. I've had it for years and I've been using it, so. Okay, it looks pretty good. I'm gonna take this same thing that I had earlier and kind of dust it out. So, yeah, I think it looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit up here. I like to be messy and then fix it. I need to go in gradually. I know how to do it and I can do it, but I choose to be a wild child and not. I just like throw it on there. Okay, so impressions on this, it is good. I don't remember seeing a lot of colors though, so for like my dark skinned girls, this is not gonna be for you. The colors are gonna be too light probably. I mean, if you're like dark skin, it's gonna be too light. Otherwise it can be used to highlight, but the bronzer is gonna be for my fair to a lot, really fair to like light medium, you know, like if I was much darker, it wouldn't work for me, but I don't know if they have other colors, but this is the only one I remember seeing. So just to warn you, I just popped on some tinted Vaseline on my lips. I already had some on, but they were getting dry from all the powders and everything flying around. Now I have this Ulta Beauty Flush Blush Natural Finish. This is in the shade Sweet as Honey. Let me tell you, Ulta Beauty makeup used to be so cheap. I don't know about quality, really, I never bought it a lot, but this blush was, I think $11. I think they had one for like $12 as well. Okay, but I like it. But still, what I'm saying is Ulta Beauty prices have gone up real bad, and they are not very cheap anymore. And they also, I saw a candle by the Ulta Beauty brand. It was like $22. I was like, gosh, that's how much Bath & Body Works cost. Like, calm down, you guys. Okay, so that actually is great. You guys, that went on smoother than my charcoal ones. And I'm not just saying that, because honestly, a lot of times I'm a proponent of high-end because I think it's worth the money. But I went in heavy-handed with this. I had no chunks. I mean, it's a beautiful finish. It says natural finish. It's beautiful. Honestly, that looks really good. I want to keep adding it. I think this is a keeper. Now we're gonna do something I'm super excited about. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Jelly Highlighter. The shade is Blaze and Glaze. So if you can see, it kind of like isn't full. It's like a really big jar, and I thought that was kind of weird. It's not full, but we can ignore that. Taking some of my finger, I'm gonna dab that on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to just put that right on there. Okay, I think I'm gonna go in here with my blender thingy and cover. Okay, that's a lot of product, it's not blending. You have to go fast, okay? So yeah. I'm gonna add some setting spray and see if I can work it some more, because I can kind of see where my fingers were like printed. Okay, so that's not really as blingy as I thought it was gonna be from like first putting it on there. I'm gonna get a little bit off the back of my hand with the thingy blender and add that on there. It's not super easy to blend, and it's also not as blingy as I thought it would be because of how pretty it is. Because look how pretty that is. That's gorgeous, but it's not showing up quite like that. You know what? Wonder if a brush would help. Probably not. This is probably a huge mistake, but I'm gonna take a brush, dab it in there. The shine is pretty, but it's like, it doesn't wanna move. It's like it wants to stay where you put it to begin with. Oh, okay, I got that. That's looking better. It's looking better. Can you see it? Yes. Oh, yes, that looks good. Okay, let's do some more up here. I think the brush worked better than the sponge, which is surprising because it's a cream product. I didn't think it would, but I'm gonna use some more spray and tap a little bit off. And I'm gonna go ahead and boop, pop that right on there. Keep it hydrated, try and melt that together. I love the whole face. The whole face looks good right now. I do not like the eyes, but I like the face. Okay, we'll do the brows. Let's do the brows next. Okay, So I got this from Essence Beauty. This is the eyebrow pen. It's got some weight, it's like a marker with 3 little lines. So okay guys, so this is not working that great. I tried it on my hand before I bought it, and it makes like little kind of feathery looks, like really light colored, which I kind of enjoyed. But I feel like on top of where my foundation's up here, it's not working as well. I'm just gonna do like this like feathery motion, but it's a really lax pigment, so that was a mistake. If you needed to do right here though, this would be a good tool, like a really light feathering right there. I don't normally do that. My brows are so dark, I don't need to. If you have you want extremely natural brows and you're new to it and you're scared of doing your brows, try this. Otherwise, if you're one of those people who loves brows, it's not gonna give you enough pigment. It's a little bit hard to use, but it's really correctable. Let's take this Pixie by Petra liner. I originally wanted to do this in my waterline, but now I'm not sure. You know what, let's go back in with the Juvia's Place shadow. I'm gonna take a Neo, it's like a maroon. This could be a mistake, but I need something to do under here. I'm gonna go right in here. Okay, I'm gonna look like Christmas, great. Okay, well, honestly, those shadows are extremely pigmented. I don't remember how much they cost, so I don't know about that. But, so with this liner, and then I'm gonna do, guys, that tickles really bad. Okay, that's really pretty. The colors in this look though are not really meshing like I planned. I don't think I like this for my waterline because it has glitter in it. It's getting my eye a little bit, but it works. It's pretty creamy, it's glittery, and it's pretty. While I still think it looks good, the concealer from me doing that has worn a little and become a little bit more transparent. I'm gonna go back in with some spray and try and revive it. It's not as full coverage now as it was when I first put it on. You know what else I think I'm gonna do? I'm going to add more of this gold color to hide this green. I really don't like how it looks, you guys. It's so like, it's like a lizard. Okay, so what I wanted to do for fun, I want to take the Wet n Wild Jelly highlighter, a little bit on a brush, and pop it right there. Oh yeah, you can see that's bright. The problem is, will it blend out? Yes, okay. Yeah, that looks good. Honestly, I'm gonna just do a little bit in the corners. We only have a few things left to do. Next, mascara. This is the Essence I Love Extreme Volume Mascara. Now, I have heard good things about Essence mascaras. This was like maybe $3 or $4. It was definitely under $5, I'm pretty sure. The only thing is they have a huge selection of mascaras, but they're all volumizing. Like, I don't think they have any that say they're lengthening. I did not know the one on this thing was gonna be so ginormous. But anyway, yeah, like I like lengthening mascaras. I don't think they had like one. Like I tried to find one. Okay, so I had to go remove mascara off my nose. But yeah, that mascara is not bad at all. For not lengthening, it's not that not lengthening. It is hard to use on your lower lashes. So this is a really, really big wand for lower lashes. I'm doing like a second coat here to see. Personally, I prefer rubber ones, but it's not bad, it's not too clumpy. Yeah, I like it. All right, last product, maybe not last step, but last product is this Revlon Ultra HD Vinyl Lip Polish. This is in the color Birthday Suit. So, okay, it looks really good. The finish is pretty. The color is a very good neutrally pink. Got something there. I don't know if it's gonna dry out. I'm just gonna stay like this. It's kind of got like a tacky glossy finish, but it's really pretty. So definitely is not kiss proof. I can tell you now. It'll get all over whatever you kiss. But it looks good. So color looks good, I'm gonna spray this all over my face. Okay guys, so that's everything for the makeup. I wanna run back through the products and tell you what I recommend and what I do not recommend. So let's do that. Let's start with what I don't recommend. I don't recommend this suede thing. I may try it again, but I honestly have the strongest urge to return it, and I never feel like that about makeup. But it was so tacky, hard to blend, and honestly, the only thing I think you can do with it is a cut crease, or you could dip a small brush in it and do like a line through your crease, or make it an eyeliner. But it's like, it took a lot of coats to build up. You could see through it, it felt gross, and honestly I thought it was going to be a pretty good color than this. So, no. Next, what I find okay and needs a little bit of further digging, this primer is okay. It came out really weird at first, like it had been sitting too long. Not too sure if that's the product or the, you know, it's sitting in the store. It's really slick filling. So, like when I put on my foundation, I feel like it made my foundation slick, but I do think it feels hydrating. So, the eyebrow pen, not the best. Almost put this in my do not recommend, but it's not the worst. Like it's hard to use, but it's so light that for someone who's not experienced with brows, it might be really good. But anyway, so the lip product, this is like my maybes. I don't know if I even said that, but this was my do not recommend, okay? The other two things are my like maybes, kind of need more judgment. This is pretty, a little bit tacky. I think it's a kind of hit or miss depending on the person, so I don't want to say like, man, this is great, like I love this. I don't feel like I'm gonna reach for it a lot just because of the glossy texture. It feels glossy. Instead of like a velvet finish, and it has a high shine finish, so that's what you expect. Really, really pretty. But my hair's gonna get caught in it, so I know it's not gonna be like a top favorite for me. So it's kind of like, I'll see what, you know, see if I reach for it or not. Okay, now these are the things that I recommend I think are really good for the price in the drugstore. The Dewy Finish Spray, I have no problems with it. It works. The mascara, for a volumizing one, it's good. For the price, it's like, I can't remember if it was $2.99 or $3.99, but it's like dirt cheap. And for this brand, it was buy one, get one 50% off. But I got this pen because I wanted to try something else in the video. But you can get this mascara, you can get two of them for like $6. That is cheap and it seems really good. The jelly highlight, gonna take a little bit getting used to if you're not used to this. For me it did, but it's a really pretty color. It's really fun and just, it's Wet n Wild, so no, it wasn't. It wasn't super expensive. I don't know, it might have been $10. I'm not sure, but I think it's good. The Ulta blush. This blush was so easy to blend, yet it had pigment. A lot of times things that are easy to blend, like that easy to blend, are like no color. It was colorful. I think for an Ulta beauty product that's $10, it's worth it. It seems really good. I really like this. This is good. It does have a lot of kickback in the palette when you're getting it out, but it's cheap. The colors were easy to blend. The bronzer's not super dark, but for my skin tone it worked, especially for like an everyday thing. If you're darker, I don't know if they have darker ones, so that kind of sucks. But if this will go with your skin tone, I recommend. So far, the ColourPop concealer is good, especially for the fact that it's $5. That's one of the cheapest concealers I've ever seen. The foundation, I'm impressed. I plan to wear this a lot more. I feel like I'm gonna reach for this more than other things that I have. Especially because I have dry skin and it's not really drying. So it doesn't look super dewy, it doesn't look super dry, but it doesn't feel too dry, which is the main thing. And then the last thing is this. Obviously, I didn't give it a good try. Like, I didn't try the colors in my transition, you know, like in the crease, but they seem extremely pigmented. I didn't have any fallout. I did the glitter with my finger. I did the Maruna shade under my eye. It didn't fall out really bad. It went on super smooth. So honestly, those are two of the hardest things to get out of the palette. So I don't know exactly how much it was, but it worked pretty good. So I'm happy with it. So that's everything for this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!